Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another video, another video, another video. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a Health Work Artist. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you wish, if you like, if you want to. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing to like, comment, share, subscribe. But do it at your own pace. Do it at your own free will. Turn on post notifications so you know it's time to drop and upload a video. I appreciate all the love and support. Thanks again for tuning in with me for another video. For today's topic, subject, title, it's going to be titled, This Life is filled with so many mysteries. There's so many mysteries of the universe. This world and this life is mysterious. It's mystical. And the most mystical thing of the most mystical thing about this life is life and death. Life and death are the two most mystical things that exist in this universe, in this realm. Because it's like we come here, we got to work like slaves. Working on these jobs is like working on the slave plantation. They slave driving us. Working, it drains you. It sucks all the life up out of you. After working, you be tired. You come home, you don't feel like doing nothing. All you want to do is take a shower, wash up, eat, and sleep. All you feel like doing is just winding down, getting ready for bed. You got to get ready for bed, go to sleep, to get up again the next day and do the same thing over and over and over. You got to get up the next day and go to work again. It's repeat, repeat, repeat. And it's like working 40 hours, working 2 jobs, working 3 jobs. You don't have a life. Working long hours, 10 hours, 11 hours, 12-hour shifts. You have no life. You barely have time for yourself. You barely have time to do anything. And on your days off, all you want to do is sleep and rest. You don't feel like doing no recreation, no hobbies on your days off. You can hardly go out, have fun on your days off because you're tired from working those long hours and doing hard work. And if you're working in a warehouse, lifting boxes, pushing pallets, warehouse work is so tiring. So if you're doing warehouse work, I know you really get tired. So on your days off, all you feel like doing is sleeping, eating, and sleeping. After you eat, you're going back in your bed and going back to sleep. And then being down here, you got to pay bills. You got to buy food. You got to keep shelter. You got to work. You can't get around it. This beast system is set up so we got to work. We cannot get around it. There's no way of getting around not working. Because if you don't work, then you don't have a place to stay. If you don't work, then you don't eat. If you don't work, then you can't pay bills. You'll be homeless on the streets, starving and begging like a vagabond. Yeah, so this life is just we got to work these jobs, got to pay bills. We're slaves to this system. We work all these years up until retirement age, retire, and then we die. We're out of here. So the point of being on this earth, in this realm, in this world, in this universe, in this matrix, in this simulation, the point of being here is just to work. Work as slaves and pay bills. We got to pay to survive here. We got to pay to exist. We got to pay to just exist in this place. Being here is no fun. And then there's so much crime, all the killings, all the robbery. And then we got to deal with all the crime that goes on, all the criminals, the killing, the theft, rape, abduction. This place is torture. This place is no fun at all. Yeah, so we're just here in misery until it is our exit date, until our time expires and we die. And some people go through life not fully knowing the meaning of life, what this life is all about. And some people question and say to themselves, what is the point of all of this? What's the point of being born? Got to live and struggle and then die. What's the point of all of this? because we did not ask to be here, and our parents brought us here through sex. We did not ask to be born. Our parents, they had us. They brought us into this world, but then again, I think that's all a setup. Because I've been thinking in the spiritual realm, that's how it's meant to be. In the spiritual realm, when a soul is reincarnating back down here, the soul is put into a woman's womb. The soul is put into a man's sperm, and the sperm of a boy or girl, it goes into a woman's eggs. So really, it's not our parents' fault. It's not. They had sex to get us here, but up in the spiritual realm, the archons, when it was our time to reincarnate back down here, the archons put us in our father's sperm so that we had a chance of being born back down here again. Yeah. I also got put in our father's sperm so we could be born again. So we had no choice in coming back down here. We got tricked into coming back down here by the archons. We got tricked. The archons, the lords of karma, they tricked us into coming back down here. They made us think that we would pay for karmic debt, and that's not true. We ain't got to pay for no karmic debt because karma is not true. Karma is fake. It's all made up. It's a bunch of BS. It's fake. It does not exist. Karma is not real. It's false. It's fake. It does not exist. There is no karma. There's cause and effect. Like, if you do something, then it causes an effect. And there is consequences to your actions. But there is no such thing as karma. It's all made up. So the archons, lords of karma, tricked us into thinking that we did something bad in our past life or past lives, and now we got to make a forward in another life, a new life. Like we owe karmic debt. They tricked us into agreeing to come back down here. Yeah, so, but some people don't know, some people question themselves and just be wondering and puzzled as why we're down here. What is the point of being born and living down here and then dying? What's the point of all of this? What is the point? And the point is that we're down here. We're down here being used as a energy source for the archons, these entities. They're harvesting our energy and they use us for loose energy. We're being used as a food source. Every time we is stressed out and depressed, thinking negative, being negative, vibration and frequency is low. All of that feeds the archons. The archons and entities, they feed off all of that. And some people say that we don't know where we're going to when we leave here. My theory is that if you don't go into the light and go into the dark, then you go back to the spiritual realm. You go back to the true universe, which is called pleroma. And some people say that there's no proof and evidence of where we go when we leave this earth. I've heard people say that it could be just lights out, and that's it. We no longer exist. It's like we cease to exist. Some people believe that, and it's true. I got to admit, there's no proof or evidence of where we go when we die. We don't know what happens when we die. No one knows what happens in the afterlife. No one knows if there really is a afterlife. No one knows. It's all based on your beliefs. But my belief is that if you don't go into that light and you go into the dark, then you're free from this matrix. And you go back to spiritual realm, back to the true universe, a pleroma. But if you go into the light, then you're going to reincarnate back down here. If you go into the light, then you're stuck on a planet, a Saturn, and you gotta wait until and when you're stuck on the planet Saturn and you're stuck on the moon planet, the archons and the entities, they let you be there, they torture you, and you're stuck there until they decide for you to reincarnate back down to this matrix again. That's my theory and my belief. Everyone is entitled to their own beliefs and their own opinions and their own theories. Everyone has a right to believe what they want. Yeah, but I gave my belief in what I believe that happens after death. And I think there is a afterlife. But that's just my theory, my belief, and my opinion. That's what I believe. Yeah, but there's really no evidence, no proof, and no one really knows what happens after we die. Like I say, this universe, this world, this life is a one big mystery. It's mysterious, it's mystical. I'm just going to say being born, life, and death is just one big mystery. It's mysterious, it's mystical. I'm a Catholic goddess. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you wish, if you like, if you want to. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing to like, comment, share, subscribe. But do it at your own pace. Do it at your own free will. Turn on post notifications so you know each time I drop and upload a video. I appreciate all the love and support. Thanks again for tuning in with me for another video. Another video. Another video. I will see you all again in my next video. One love. Whole love. I'm out. For love.